All right, y'all. I have not done this in a minute. I haven't been on this channel in a while. So I'm going to go live doing my makeup. I have a shoot in a bit. And yeah, I'm going to go live. All right. So, makeup 101. I haven't done makeup, so this is not a tutorial. It is more like, doing makeup with me. All right. When last did I do makeup? I don't even remember when I last did makeup. But first, always with number one step, moisturize. Now this is the hyaluronic acid watery sun gel. So I'm putting on some gel, and then I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip primer. I did lotion already. I have some lotion on already, so that's my face. Like I moisturized my face already. Yeah. So now just putting on some sunscreen, because that is the essential for a good base. A good makeup base, always essential to put on a good base so that your foundation and the rest of your makeup comes out well. All right, cool. So I've put on this, right? I am now going to put on my Power Grip primer. All right, and it's the e.l.f. one, of course, the blue one. I'm gonna put on a generous amount. Yep. And this is now the e.l.f. Power Grip primer. Putting on a generous amount on my face. So we've done three things already. We have moisturized, we've put on some sunscreen. It has SPF 50, and then now we're doing the Power Grip e.l.f. primer. All right. For those of you who are joining, welcome. Say hi, say where you're joining from. Hey guys, welcome. I haven't been active on this channel for over a year now, and I feel bad. So today I'm coming here with a makeup. As I mentioned, I haven't been active here, but I've also not done makeup in a while. So you guys, we're doing it together. What I've done so far is I've moisturized, I have put some sunscreen on. This is the hyaluronic acid watery sunscreen with SPF 50. And then I've put some of this on as well, which is a Power Grip primer. All right. If you're new here, do subscribe. We do makeup. We do everything in between makeup and fashion. I have a fashion shoot later. Not a fashion shoot. I have a photo shoot later, not a fashion shoot. You guys have been with me on a fashion shoot before? Probably not. But I have a photo shoot later, and I'm going to get ready for that. So that's why I'm here now, prepping my skin to put that makeup on. All right. If you're new here, do subscribe, because we're going to get active back on this channel and start doing more stuff. Right. If you're not new here, you know that we do hair and makeup and fashion content here on this channel. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my all-time favorite eyeliner, and yeah, this brow liner. This is the Vital brow liner. You can get this in any beauty store. Here in the UK, Beauty Queens is where I get these, but you can get them, I don't know, in America and so forth. I don't know where you guys could get them. But yeah, so I'm gonna go in now and I'm gonna do my brows. All right, so I've brushed my brows up with some spoolie. Do like, guys, do share, do subscribe. I'm gonna brush this up now with spoolie. These are my natural brows, as you can see, and I'm gonna outline and fill it, right? Because our foundation base is already set. All right, so let's go. I'm looking here because I have my mirror here, so I'm looking like that. All right, okay, let's try to bring this. There we go. So for me, I always start off under the bottom here and then I fill in. So I'll start off lightly and then I'll fill, and I follow the shape of my brow, right? And I love a little arch. You see how it's gonna, yeah? I love a little arch. And I just follow it nice and neat. Brush through the spoolie. Hi, everybody. Hi. I hope you're well. Hope you're having a blessed day so far. All right. Do subscribe to my channel. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel. My other channel, I've already passed that. For this channel, we haven't, because I haven't been posting here. So I'm going to change that. All right. And don't worry if it starts to look a bit dark, because we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it, and you can fix it too. All right, so we're brushing that out. All right, so you see the difference between a filled and one that's not a filled, right? Okay. So if there are any spaces in between, like you just want to make sure that that is filled. Hi, thank you for joining. Welcome. Do subscribe to stay with the family. All right, so today my day is going well so far. I have a photo shoot later, so I'm getting prepared for that. But I haven't been on this channel for a very long time, and I want to change that. So yes, I am back. Thank you for subscribing, and let's get to it. Do share and stuff. So let's do the other one now. So this is always where people like have anxiety, right? Because especially if you're right-handed, doing your right brow is always like calm, you know, kind of flows. But then going to the other side, oh gosh, it can be crazy. But with this, the best thing about this as well is that afterwards we get to clean up. And clean up is by far one of my favorite bits about makeup. Like when you get to outline it and stuff. So yeah. All right, so let's do the other side. So then we start again doing the same thing, which is filling in. And we upward, and we try to do it lightly, right? So that any mistakes is not too harsh. You see, we're up too far just now. And we do that. How are your days going so far? How is everybody doing? How's your day going? I hope you're having a great day, everybody. And we're doing that. And we are trusting the process as we go too. Right? Because it can look a bit scary to begin with, but trust the process. Trust it. Trust it. Trust the process, man. All right. And if you like a more rounded brow, of course, you can make yours rounded. As I mentioned, I like mine to be arched. I like a more arched brow. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. All right. So brush that out. Brush it out. And we want to make sure that any spaces that we're seeing where it's not filled, we fill it, right? All right, so now we filled our brows. What we're going to do now is outline it. I love this. I've always been a fan. LA Girl Pro Conceal. Trust me, they can do no wrong. They've always steered me right. So if you were ever in doubt, stick to the old. I also have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And this is in the satin finish, so I have this. But I might just go with this, the LA Girl Pro Conceal. It is an all-time favorite of mine. Another drugstore buy as well. So it's awesome for that. All right. And I believe it's getting a bit dark. So I'm going to try to open. 1 second, y'all. You see my clothes in the back? That's what I have some number outfits. All right. All right, that's better. That's better. Cool. Okay. Now that I have a more natural light, I can see that there's a part here that needs a bit. All right, cool. So now we're here to this stage where we're outlining the brow, right? And for the outlining of the brow, I'm going to use LA Girl Pro Conceal. And I'm outlining. So I start here in the middle. And bring it that way. And then take it to the front. All right. Okay. All right. So outlining the bottom of the brow. Yeah. And I just bring this down because then you might put on some eyeshadow as well. So this can form the base for the eyeshadow, right? Just have a nice clean base for the eyeshadow as well. Right. And that's the bottom of the brow outlined. I'm going to clean up any area that you think could be done better. And that's the bottom of it outlined. We're going to do the same with the other side, going to the bottom first, right? And we're going to bring down that to make sure that we have the base for our eyeshadow, right? So outlining the bottom again from the other side, right? Again, you want to start off here. You don't start too close to the brow, just in case there's too much product on the brush. And then you kind of fan it out. Right? You start there and then you bring that down. And then you brush it down because you're doing also the base for eyeshadow. Or if you don't even put on eyeshadow, you just want to have like a nice uniformed tone under that brow, right? Because you want it to look like it's just freshly done. Right. The sun's coming back out again. You want to come up and make sure that you got that properly. All right, so that is, oh, the sun is coming again, but then the cloud is also coming. It's gonna rain. Okay. Okay, it's going now. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do here is just make sure that the brows are looking uniformed. But first I'm gonna like kind of blend out this eyeshadow base. I'm using a bigger brush. It's the same brush I'm gonna use for the foundation later. Ooh, that sun. It's a bit too bright now, isn't it? If you guys are seeing me well, then that's fine, but it's getting a bit bright. I'm using natural lighting today. I'm not on my table. So let's try to do a bit of let's try. Okay. I think that's better. Yeah. Let's go with that. We'll just have to work with the sun, y'all, for now. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I am now going to lighten the starting of the brows. So you can see this one has a more of a faded start to it. This one, not so much. So I'm gonna go back in with my, where is it? There we go. And like bring this out a little and lightly fade it in. So I mean, yeah. And then we're gonna brush it out. Don't worry, we still haven't done the top of the brow. You get me? We still haven't cleaned the top up. So don't worry too much. The bottom is looking nice, but the top is still not cleaned yet. But as we said, trust the process, girl. Trust the process. All right, and just make sure that our line here is nice and straight. Okay, cool. All right. As I mentioned, if you're new here, do subscribe. We tend to do makeup and makeup here and fashion videos on this channel. I haven't been on this channel for a while, so I'm trying to change that. So we're making a comeback, and this is the first video I'm coming back with. So if you're joining on us on live for the first time, you've not been introduced, hi y'all, welcome to Styled by Roena. My name is Roena, of course, and you will have fun here. All right, so now we're doing that, but now let's do the outlining of the top part of the brow. What I will do is I will cover some of my dark spots with the same LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in the shade Fawn. I've always loved this. I do have this e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer, the satin finish one. It's alright, but this is the go-to forever. So like I'll always just tend to use that. But I'll just cover some of my spots that I have. Right. Cover any dark marks. So that when I go over my face with the matte poreless foundation, and this is from Fit Me, so another Maybelline makeup, yeah, it'll just do what it needs to do. All right, so this is in the shade Warm Coconut, so it's 356. Okay, that's the shade I'm using. All right, so have that it all over. my skin, and I'm gonna press it into my skin. Right? I'm gonna press, as you can see, I'm pressing it in. Can you see? Pressing that into my skin. And I'm also blending, that the eyeshadow base at the same time, because I want everything to flow seamlessly on my face. So I'm pressing this foundation in, and I tell you, like, a little bit goes a long way. Like, you see how much I put on the brush just now, and I've done the whole bottom of my face, and I'm still gonna use some. I won't use a lot up here, just using some to, you know, blend the face properly, but I won't use a lot up here, not into my hairline. And then what I will do is I will go onto I will use the same brush that I use to do the bottom of my lashes, my brows, and I'll go in. This time I will dip it into this foundation, and then I would use that to outline the top of my brows using my foundation shade rather than a concealer, because that way then it looks more natural, right? See that? So you see it looks more natural, whereas underneath it looks a bit lighter, but on top of it where I use a foundation, that looks, a bit lighter. So that's the tip for when you're doing these, unless of course it is your intent to have like the casting over it. But if you don't want the casting, use the same shade that you use on your face, your foundation shade, and then cover your thing, your fix up that top bit of your brows. Okay, you need steady hands for these. All right. You can always make sure that you fix the same the sides, and then if you need to like go in back, make it a bit thinner, you can also do that. All right. So is it too thick? You simply make it thinner, right? And you make it thinner just using a little bit, dab it on your brush, the same foundation, because we're doing the top part now, right? And we just want to dab it on our brush, and we're going in to take off some of the excess to make it thinner. Yeah. And then making sure that your corners are good too. right? So you see how we did that? It was too thick a while ago, and now we've like literally thinned this down. Right? So, and then you can do the same thing on the other side to make sure that they're both even. Because you can see right now, this one is a little bit thinner than this. So again, you take this, just a little bit, and you make sure that you got the other side right. Right. All right. So, and then you can touch up underneath it to make sure that you're getting the arch that you want, right? And there we have it, folks. Brows completed. I told you, trust the process. Trust the process. We can thin the front of this out some more by using the same brush and doing this little thing, this dabbing thing, just to make sure that it, you know, comes in nicely. And that's brows completed, right? Brow and foundation, right? So now we have the base for our makeup, right? This is now where we're going to add color, because this right now looks a bit plain and we need to add a bit of something to it, right? 1 second, let me grab these things. Okay. All right. Okay, so the first things that we need to do now is, because we have done the foundation and stuff, and all we have on our face right now is currently liquid products, we need to set this, because we've done our brows, right? And we're just like making sure that all the things are in place. So we've done the brows, but we haven't set anything, right? This chair is very uncomfortable, guys, I'm gotta say. We haven't set anything, right? Now, I don't have all my setting powders. I literally have a few of my makeup products, but we can make it work. So that's absolutely fine. Let's see what we have here. I have this, what is this? This is also another Fit Me product, a Maybelline. Clearly today's a Maybelline day. So I have this powder. This is the Fit Me powder. The tops come off and I have it like that. So it's hit and pan. So you should understand that I use this a lot. Now I'm going to use this and set under my eyebrows, right? Because I don't want that to crease. Now, as I mentioned, I have a photo shoot later, and in that photo shoot, I have 5 outfit changes. 5. So my makeup today will be neutral on the face. I won't do too much on the face because I want to ensure that my makeup suits all of my outfits, and they're a very different vibe. But if I go with a neutral face and then change the like change my lipsticks and so forth, I can make it work. So that's what I'm gonna do today. All right, because I want to make sure that, yeah, the outfits banging. Now you will notice a change once you start doing this bit here. You will notice that your face is coming together, it is setting. Also, if you are an oily person, like a trick for this, once you've set your brows, is to go over it with powder, right? So it soaks up some of that moisture, right? And you do the same with your under eye and everything else as well, all right? Now, for my under eye, I want to use this brightening thing. I was gonna go in with the like a brightening concealer, but as you can see, shall I still? Let's try it still. Let's go here with some of that, and here still. Like usually, you put your liquid products on before, you know, any other product, before you do your powder stuff. But hey, yeah, it's not working out today. Okay, so the sun's gone, so let's try again with the natural lighting. Okay, so as I mentioned, usually you do put on all the liquid stuff before. Now I've just put on some powder stuff and then some liquid stuff. I don't know how that's gonna work, but let's just see. All right, let me start here. Now my photo shoot starts at 4. So what time is it now? It's 1:58, so it's 2 minutes to 2. Okay, so we're not bad. All my clothes are on there. They're hanged up. They're ironed and everything. Thanks to hubby. So yeah. So let's just do my face quickly. No, blending will take the longest time. But never fear. Alright, so you can see that under eye starting to brighten up a bit. This isn't another area that you want to set quickly once you've done the under eye brightening thing, because it can go left really quick. So let's hurry up. And as you can see, I'm using the stippling effect with the brush, literally just pushing it in, patting, so that the makeup product doesn't shift too much, but it stays in place and it gives that full coverage look. All right. So you can see already that there are some highlights coming out on my face. And that is what we wanted, so that we can have a brighter under eye. Now, as I mentioned, the shoot I'm doing today, I have 5 outfit changes, and so I want my face to be quite neutral. I will not put a lot of color on my face and stuff, but I want it to be like, you know, very neutral, and I will be changing my lipsticks and stuff for that. Yeah. All right, so now that we've put that under the eye, let me go in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder and set that. And you want to do that quickly because you don't want any creasing. Yeah. All right. Cool. And then you do the other side as well. Because as I mentioned, we don't want any creasing. All right, so now we have quite bright under eyes. You want to set your chin as well. So you're setting all the areas that we've just put the concealer on. I haven't put any concealer. You will notice I haven't put any concealer here because I'm not trying to highlight my forehead, right? No, I want to leave it as is. So I've put just under on my chin area here and under my eyes to brighten that a bit, right? Let's just make sure that under our eyebrows are set properly. Again. Okay. All right. So that's done. Now we have to conceal. To bring a bit up, we're gonna conceal, contour, not conceal, contour. So just to bring a bit off back in our face, because it's looking quite light at the moment, but just to bring a bit of, you know, stuff into our face, we're gonna go in with this Luxie contour palette, Lamora. So in this it has four shades. It has a medium contour and a deep contour, right? Medium and deep. So I'm gonna go in first with my deep contour, trying to find a suitable, yeah, I'm gonna go in with a deep contour. And contour doesn't bring warmth to your face. If you want warm, to use a bronzer, but it does bring definition. That's what we're doing here, right? So we're contouring to bring a bit of definition to our face, right? So we're going around the up here. You can see that shadow already forming with a contour that I've just done. So that's what contouring does. Now a bronzer brings warmth to your face, all right? So just in case there are people who don't know the difference between contouring and bronzer. Contour has a more cool undertone. Yeah, bronzer, yeah, depending on the bronzer you use and stuff, that will more warm your face up. I'm gonna put some contour here as well, y'all. Just kind of this. Yeah. All right. So we're doing that. Now, I didn't bring any what's it called? Bronzer. However, I will add a bit of color to my face. I will use the Technique Color Fix blush palette to add a bit of blush to my face, all right? So, hi bro. Hi brother. Thank you for joining. All right. So, subscribe and share the live, please. All right. So, I'm going to add a bit of I might mix. Okay, so as I mentioned, I have 5 outfit changes in this photo shoot I'm doing today. And in the photo shoot, I will be wearing a colored hair. There's gonna be like a ginger color hair that I'm also wearing. The rest of the hairs will be fine because they're all black. I have 4 wig changes as well, but one of the hair that I'm wearing is ginger. So because I'm wearing ginger, I need to be careful of what I put on. You understand? So because I was gonna mix these two. I really like this pink here and this. I was gonna mix them, but I'm just wondering if that would be a bit too much for the ginger color. So this is what happens when you're doing like shoots and you have like different outfits. You gotta make sure that your makeup goes with each of them. All right, so what I might do, ooh, all right, let's go ahead with this. So I'm putting the pink, and I'm gonna add that up here to the apple of my cheeks, and I'm gonna bring that up into my temple. Yeah, so I'm adding a bit of warmth. I don't know if you guys can see that is adding a bit of warmth back to my face. Ooh, oh my god, I'm having a bit of blush blindness. Ooh, this side's a bit too much. But what you can do is also like blend that blush out into the area that you highlighted, you know? So, yeah. I'm doing that to make sure that it blends well. All right? So you can see it's coming together nicely. And when you bring it up, it kind of lifts your face a bit. So, yeah. All right. So the blush, I put it just above where I contoured. So you see the deep contour in here, and then the blush is above there. So as I mentioned, I've been MIA on this channel for quite some time. And I want to just make sure that I bring that back. So, yeah. All right. So I'm going to finish off with the blush now. But it did add a bit of something to this as well. I'm trying to see if the lighting is too bright on here, if you guys are able to see it well. I'm gonna leave that. I hope it's okay. 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 I think that is fine for now. I'm just gonna retouch the brows because of course that's the one thing you gotta do in makeup. Always retouching to make sure that, yeah, the things that shifted stays where you want them to stay. All right. I'm gonna go fix it up with a bit of this because I don't want to come out looking any other way than how it was intended. Okay. All right, cool. All right. So we're getting somewhere, right? What time is it? Our shoot starts at 4. It is now 2:10. All right, cool. So we getting somewhere. All right. All right. So now that we have done that, we can begin with our eyes. I won't add any what's it called? Any form of color to my eyes. As I mentioned, I have a few outfit changes, so I won't add color to my eyes, but I will like keep it neutral. So I have this palette here. It's a Makeup Couture Pro Eyeshadow Collection. I'm just gonna go in with a nice little brown basic, color shade. So even that a little bit. All right. Whatever I do to one eye, I'm gonna do to the other as well. Yeah. As I mentioned, I don't want to do too much on the eyeshadow. I have a number of outfit changes and I don't want my like face to clash with any other outfit, especially that ginger here that I'll be wearing later. Yeah, nah. So I'm just putting on a nice calm base. And then I might add a touch of gold right under my brows, just to add a bit of pizzazz. This I might add a bit of this one here under here, just to highlight that some. It's not really picking up. Ooh, hello sun. The sun is back in full effect. Just adding a bit under here. Can you see this that I've outlined here? Yeah. Just so it adds a bit of, something. All right, I'm gonna put this here for now. What I want to do next is, ooh, the sun is here, guys, in full effect. Ooh. All right, I'm going to first spray this down before I add anything else. I'm going to spray this down and I'm going to use my fan. All right, just to make sure that this sets in place before I do anything else. All right, so I'm using the Prep. It's a Technique Prep and Go spray. I really like this because the mist on it is beautiful. So let's go. Alright, so I am setting this. I'm holding it. Set and hold. We're not finished yet, but it makes the makeup stay longer. So that's another tip for you guys. We still have to do the eyes, the lips, and so forth. Okay. Waiting for this to dry down some bit more, and then we'll do the eyes. For the eyes, I'll be using this Kiko Makeup by Milano Deep Black Cajal Eye pencil. I'm gonna do my waterline with that, and then I'm gonna use this 3D Lash Effect mascara and do that. Yeah. All right, cool. So, sun, are you gonna go in or not? I don't think the sun's gonna go in, but we work with it. That's fine. So let's first do our waterline. As I mentioned, I'm using this Kiko Milano black, deep black thing for my waterline. The sun is playing with us, guys, today. I wonder, is it gonna go back in or not? I'm not sure it's gonna go back in, but let's give it a minute. And then let's try this. I'm gonna actually pull the curtains one more time because the sun is come up back. All right, so let's try this again now. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna do my waterline with this. All right, I'm gonna put this on my hand in case I need to rest my hand. You see what I mean? So I don't mess the makeup up. All right. And listen, you just gotta do that face because, but can you see the difference with what it has already done with my eye? Look at this eye that I've just put on. Yeah. Look at this eye compared to this one. Honestly, don't sleep on this thing. Doing your waterline, it's a game changer. Don't sleep on it ever. Okay. All right, cool. So I've done one waterline. Let me just make sure. What I want to do as well, I want to do a cat eye with this. So let's see if we can achieve it. Okay. And then let's do the other. All right, and then we apply mascara. Okay, so waterlines done. Add a bit of wing just to lengthen the eye a bit and lift it. Okay, so you can see that's done. All right, and we can cover this and call it a day. Then we go in with the 3D lash effect. What I like about this is that the wand allows me to get to the little hairs. The wand allows me to really curl. You guys can't even see that. My gosh. It's not, I don't think it's picking up on camera as it should be. But it allows me to get to the little hairs. Because this is how the wand looks, right? And can you see how it gets the hairs? Yeah. Ooh. I don't know how I can I don't know how I can allow you guys to see it, but just trust me, it does. All right, so then we do the bottom lashes as well. And it does the same thing for the bottom lashes. Like it allows for us to get to the lashes, man. Okay. So, all right, so that's done. Let's add a bit more of this. Yeah, let's add a bit more, a bit more. I'm gonna go in with the light pink though. Barbie. You have more Barbie effect in it. Right? And a bit of blush blindness. That's okay. Right? Because who gonna check you? It's your face. It's your face. And as I mentioned, like when you bring it into the under eye brightness and you blend it with it, beautiful. It's so sad that you're not seeing it as well. I don't know how to make this. I don't know how. But yeah. Anyways, it looks good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Whew. All right. Let's zoom out. Because now we're gonna add some oh, I saw this thing. I don't have the things to do it. Let's try it. I saw someone contoured their nose by using this, putting it here, and like rubbing like a contour on it. So let's try it. Why not? Do I have a finer one? I don't. Okay, cool. This is the finest one I have, so let's try. I'm dipping this into the contour powder. Do you see something? Actually, I do. I do. I see it. I just need to now blend it out. And let me add a bit of light to it. Right in there. Okay, can you see? We did something. We did something. All right, cool. Now let's go for lips. Liner. Mom? Okay. Church was all right? Church was okay? My mom is here, guys. Yeah, man, I'm good. Yeah. We're doing a bit of ombre, as you can see. Now the trick to ombres is getting that perfect shade. This is one of my go-to ombres. Trust me, my go-to ombres. So you see how it get me? Clock it. Yeah. Guys, my husband is here. What yeah? Hello, boo. Doing my face. Oh, God.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. How is it looking? Is that good? Okay. Okay, let's just set some more. Wait, what can I read there?
How is that boy, sweet girl?
I let you go see. Okay, guys. I think. Yeah, man, I think we're there, you know. I think we're there, guys. Not gonna lie. I think this me done. We just fade this out again some. Yep. And this as well. Mom?
Okay, I was saying, oh, my.